You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now it's 7. After more than 4 decades, Nevada is replacing their storm sirens. Details on the upgrade and completion date.
Also, Senate subcommittees are pushing for young adults to consider trade schools in lieu of traditional college degrees. A look at why tradesmen are vital to our economy.
And scattered showers and thunderstorms are continuing to move through the area. New ones developing as we've got a wet Thursday ahead of us. We'll look at your forecast when we coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Snowy.
I'm Chris Warner. It's just after 7 o'clock on this Thursday, September the 18th. Yes. I couldn't speak there for a second. I'm sorry about it. It needs to be the weekend really soon. Really soon.
Yeah, it's been a long one. Well, a Southwest Missouri community invests in new technology to keep its residents safe.
After more than 40 years, Nevada is replacing its aging storm sirens.
KOAM's Blake Gully shows us how the city is shifting to a new system designed to cover more ground.
Nevada has used the same storm sirens since the 1980s, but that's now changing with a $300,000 upgrade to replace the aging system.
They're able to reach out further. We're able to even reach out into the county a little bit outside our city limits. So they're placed in about the same location. We had to make a couple movements, but they're placed in the same location, and we'll be able to do tests daily with those, as silent tests, so we're to make sure they're activated and ready to go.
This motel still shows scars from the last tornado here in Nevada. And while the city is going from 8 sirens down to 7, the fire chief stresses how much stronger the new system is.
These are newer sirens. They're a lot louder, and they're able to reach more coverage.
The city is also adding large speakers at the golf course and baseball fields for added safety.
This will have additional capabilities where we can warn, especially for the kids out there playing baseball or golfers are out, we can notify them of a lightning coming in or a thunderstorm or heavy rain coming in also.
The city hopes by replacing the old system, residents will have more time to get to safety when severe weather strikes. Reporting from Nevada, Missouri, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
Well, city officials expect the new sirens to be in place by mid-October.
And they also plan to have the new system fully installed before the old one comes down. And, showing the new sirens they're getting,
Yes.
I'm a nerd, okay? Those ones are actually, they're pretty good. There's some videos of them online. They can talk. They can give you specific, you can program in messages. They can give specific alerts. And they can do different things. They have different tones for different situations. They're pretty cool. They're
great.
Very cool indeed. Should be a great benefit up there. Thankfully, shouldn't be needed for any of the weather we're expecting today, but we do have scattered showers and storms across the area. We're going to start with a live look downtown Pittsburgh. We've got mostly cloudy skies. It's led to some pretty nice views of the sunrise, but clouds continue to build in across the area. MoDOT camera 20th and range line in Joplin. Still dry so far, but scattered showers and storms continuing out there. So this activity continuing to lift off to the northeast, but a lot of what you're seeing here is somewhat recent and new development going into Newada County, back into parts of Montgomery County. We've got new development that's taking place, and it's all part of these scattered showers and storms. You can see these ones coming together out here within the last, say 20 minutes or so. Now, because of the scattered nature of these storms, some of you, Chanute, for example, or at least close to, you've had 2, maybe 3 rounds of showers and storms, where other locations, like this guy that flared up around Parsons, you had that one. That's been it all morning. That's the whole nature of scattered storms, is they'll be hit and miss out there. But we still want to keep an eye on them because some of them today could be strong to low-grade severe. Now, we don't have any tornado risk areas highlighted, which is some great news. That risk is very low. But we do have a level 1 out of 5 risk for hail and wind across virtually the entire area. So that's what we want to watch out for, is the potential for some stronger storms. And we could get strong storms with some of this activity this morning, but the better window is going to be as we start to reach peak heating. So from 4 to 10 is when we're going to see a slightly better opportunity for some of those storms to maybe become strong to low-grade severe as they start to feed off the heating of the day. Otherwise, scattered showers and storms across the area. Temperatures 67 in Joplin, 68 in Pittsburgh, and across the area we are mostly in the mid to upper 60s out there. We've got Cassville a little cooler at 62, but the rest of us holding on pretty good into the upper 60s to start our Thursday. We'll go mid-70s by 9, low 80s by noon, mid-80s for our highs. So still a bit above normal, but not in the 90s. Clouds and the rain certainly helping with that. Southeast winds 5 to 10. These showers and storms, the chances we have today are not the only ones we have. We'll talk about how long the rain lasts and how our weekend is shaping up here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, a celebration 238 years in the making took place across the country yesterday. The League of Women's Voters in Joplin marked the occasion with a presentation on the Fifth Amendment at Crowder College. The presentation covered the history behind why the Fifth Amendment was added in the history of the Miranda decision.
Incredibly important for us to just maintain a strong awareness of our Constitution within the United States. It is the framework that our government rests on, and it is critical that every citizen understand that document, understands its importance, and understand how it came into being.
Well, each student was given a copy of the Constitution to read. And a Missouri organization says the people, not politicians, should decide to accept or reject the new congressional maps. The group People, Not Politicians held a call Monday to discuss how to put a redistricting plan approved by Missouri lawmakers to a vote. The voter referendum isn't used frequently, but the group says it's gathering more than 107,000 signatures across Missouri to make the vote happen. Group leaders say it will easily get those numbers.
Given the amount of support we've already seen coming from Missourians about this, we are going to turn in well in excess of those numbers.
People, Not Politicians has until December 11th to collect and turn in those signatures. Now, if approved, a voter referendum on the state's congressional maps would be placed on the November 2026 ballot. Well, a Missouri lawmaker is leading the call for a reevaluation of our nation's education system and the expansion of alternatives to four-year college degrees. Fox News' Mike Emanuel has more from our nation's capital.
Lawmakers are taking a look at our nation's secondary education system and how it prepares America's youth for rewarding careers.
It's time that we reevaluate our education system.
A Senate subcommittee is raising concerns about what they are calling an unprecedented surplus of college graduates and an economy starved of tradesmen.
The promise of college as a guaranteed path to prosperity is now waning.
Young degree holders are facing one of the toughest job markets in more than a decade amid economic uncertainty and a rise in AI. According to Pew Research, young Americans had the lowest job satisfaction compared to other age groups.
They face higher tuition, ballooning debt, and too many degrees that don't pay off. More than a third of undergraduate programs today have a negative return on investment.
The committee says the Trump administration is working to offer alternatives for young Americans beyond four-year college degrees. Budget changes signed into law this summer expand the programs available for federal funding, but they say more needs to be done.
And the reality is our traditional pipelines, high school and trade school graduates simply aren't producing enough people to keep up. This shortage ripples across the economy. When repairs are delayed, costs rise, insurers feel it, consumers feel it, and the challenge is only growing.
Blue-collar work currently represents a quarter of the current workforce. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Captain Austin Wolf with the Joplin Police Department joins us to discuss the importance of safety around train rail crossings. And later we meet the Crawford County Sheriff's Office's newest deputy, a K-9 named Kane. You're watching the KOAO Morning News on Fox 14. Time now, 7:09. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This morning, we're joined by Captain Austin Wolf with the Joplin Police Department here to discuss train crossings and the laws in place to keep us safe near them. Good morning to you, Captain. Welcome so much. Welcome so much. Oh my gosh, we were talking about how we hadn't have enough coffee this morning, and apparently I need some too. So please talk to me about the importance of train crossings. Now, here in the 4 states, we've had some fatal accidents recently, and it's always a good reminder of what to remember when you're crossing, whether you're a pedestrian or in a vehicle.
Yeah, that's right. And this week is Rail Safety Week. So
okay.
it's really, we take a little bit of time to talk about the importance of rail safety and maybe just kind of go back over the basics, because that's where it all starts, and that's the most important things. And when we talk about rail safety, we really talk about 2 different things.
Okay.
We talk about pedestrian traffic on the railways,
Yes.
and we talk about vehicle traffic. And this week, in Southwest Missouri that come through our area, and I was told an interesting statistic that more people are actually hit on railways on foot than in vehicles every year.
Wow.
And so with that being said, I think it's important to know that the first thing is most railways, they own the rails on that trains travel on.
Right.
And oftentimes the property on either side of the rail. So being on the rail on foot is actually in most cases illegal.
Okay, wow.
Yep. And so just having those conversations at home with
Yes,
kids
of
and
course.
just telling people to stay off the railways, just knowing that statistic from who gets hit. The other thing we talk about is vehicle traffic. And always it sounds small, but one of the most important things is just take the time to stop, look, and listen.
Yes.
And a lot of different train crossings have signals. And so we treat those signals just like we would any other flashing light. So when the lights come on, motorists are required to stop and evaluate what's going on. And so running those red lights obviously increases the chances for a crash, and we want to avoid that. One other statistic or fact, I guess, is if stuck on a train track and you're in a motor vehicle, what should happen is get out of the car, obviously, but immediately call 911, because a lot of cars get hit on the train tracks that get stalled for whatever, whether they've run out of gas or there's mechanical issues.
Sure.
If you call 911, most emergency communication centers can call directly to the railway and let them know to stop trains, and so we can avoid any sort of collisions that way as well.
Absolutely. Certainly some important reminders there. Like you said, going back to basics can really help save lives. So thank you so much for being with us this morning. We're happy to have you. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News at 7:16 now on this Thursday morning. Starting with Skywatch Storm Tracker, and after this main complex of storms that's been hovering around our northern counties, as it continues to lift on out of here, we're seeing new development that is taking place back to the south and west of it. So like here into Newata County, we've got new development there. And so we can even back this up. Let's see, we're going back, what is this, about not even 30 minutes. About 28 minutes, and you can see those little showers picking up. We're getting new shower and thunderstorm development across parts of southeastern Kansas and northeastern Oklahoma, and that's going to be the expectation. Now, these storms are still scattered in nature, but you can see to the west of Independence, and then we head up south of Fredonia. We've got some shower and thunderstorm activity there. Yates Center, you just got through with some showers and storms. Burlington as well. Garnett, you're still in the thick of it back through Anderson and Lynn counties in the southeastern Kansas. Scattered storms will be the thing all day. Now, this the whole situation through the morning has been somewhat of a great example of scattered storms. For anybody who's kind of curious what that even means. Chanute, for example, this morning, you've had 2 or 3 different rounds of storms push through. Parsons, for example, you had this one. And that's been it all morning. It's just that one where your friends to the west are getting more. That's the nature of scattered storms. So it may not be raining where you are now, but it'll be raining, could be raining later, and then it may stop over here while it's raining over scattered storms, all right? So here's the other side of this, though. Some of these storms, unfortunately, could be strong to low-grade severe. Now, we don't have any tornado risk areas highlighted, which is great news. Now, with severe thunderstorms in general, the risk is never 0, but when we don't have a risk area highlighted, it means that risk is extraordinarily low. The greater concern is the level 1 out of 5 risk for the possibility of large hail and damaging wind gusts. Now, we could get strong storms with any of the activity we see today, including right now, but the more likely window is going to be from 4 to 10 as we start to reach peak heating. Kind of like what we've seen with our pop-up storms over the last couple of days. You get 1 or 2 of them going, they're able to tap into some of that energy, and we've had a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms with just the pop-up storms. These storms will have that same opportunity going into the evening, the afternoon and evening, to tap into some of that daytime heating, some of that energy, and potentially be strong to low-grade severe. So it's something that we will, of course, certainly keep an eye on out there. Otherwise, we will continue with isolated to widely scattered showers and storms overnight into our morning commute as well. But for Friday, they start winding down through the morning. And by about 1 o'clock or so, we should be done with those showers and storms before we see the return of showers and storms by Saturday, which we'll talk about in just a moment. All right, cloud cover leading to a beautiful sunrise here from 7th and Rangeline. Again, scattered storms, but bear in mind, it's the nature of scattered storms. We're covering 15 counties, not just one location. So Joplin, Pittsburgh, all morning, you haven't had anything. You've seen lightning from storms off to your west, but you haven't seen anything yet. But we'll be near 70 to start the day, near 80 by 11. And thanks to the rain, the cloud cover, we're still above normal, but we're a little cooler. We're not in the 90s. And I certainly like that. We'll go mid-80s today. Southeast winds at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Rolling into the evening, again, we continue with scattered showers and storms. And we'll be a little cooler, a little closer to normal as we fall back into the low 60s tonight. Heading into the next few days, storms again tomorrow, mid-80s. They wrap up by 1. They'll rejoin us by about 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And it'll be isolated to scattered still. And those shower and storm chances continue through at least Monday, with temperatures hanging out in the low to mid-80s. Low 80s by Tuesday. There's a couple of scenarios next week that look to play out for us. One is what you're seeing right now on the 10-day forecast, is that we warm back up again into the mid to upper 80s. However, some data that we're keeping an eye on is suggesting that we might be on the opposite side of that by the second half of next week. And instead of the upper 80s, might be talking upper 70s, which would certainly be a lot better. Let's check your forecast. We are back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
Welcome back. We have Barb and Larry Goldhopper with us this morning to talk about the Septemberfest happening in Joplin this weekend. The event has something for everyone, and they're here to fill us in on all the wonderful details. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for being with us. So talk to me a little bit about what Septemberfest is and what it celebrates and benefits.
Okay. Well, Septemberfest was an idea brought to our church, St. Peter's Church in Joplin, from our pastor, Father Brian Strauss. There was something similar going on in his home parish in Springfield, and it's Harvest Home, and it's been going on for, I think, 45 years or something like that. So Father's dream was to have something like that to grow our parish in Joplin, and to be a community outreach ministry to our neighbors, our surrounding neighbors, and the whole community. We wanted to have fellowship. We want to spread the gospel message, and we want to share our Catholic faith with everyone that attends.
Absolutely. So talk to me a little bit just about what the event is, and there's something for everyone. So talk to me about what's taking place during the event.
Well, of course, there's going to be great food. It's Septemberfest, kind of like an Oktoberfest. So we're going to have pulled pork, sandwiches, and brisket, and bratwurst, and sauerkraut, and German potato salad. So lots of good stuff, and things for the kids. And this year we're adding Larry's Fabulous Funnel Cakes as an extra thing. And for fun, it's with kids and inflatables. We added new inflatables. We're going to have 5 inflatables, and for $10, kids can jump as long as they want to.
Oh, lovely.
The event is from 5 to 9, excuse me. And we're going to have face painting and a balloon artist, so free. Those things are free. And live music. Dr. G and the Tall Man is going to be performing from 6 to 9. And we're going to have raffles, lots of raffle prizes and silent auction prizes. We've had many generous donors, so
wonderful.
We come out and see all the good stuff. Absolutely. And one of our big features is Father Brian is not only a good shepherd for our parish, but he is a master at home beer making. So come out and taste some of his wonderful craft beer, and one of our other parishioners is donating some craft beer as well. So
fantastic. What a celebration. And it's so great that members of the church are really coming together. Larry, talk to me a little bit about those funnel cakes. I want to know all about them.
Well, I'm kind of a newbie. I've been practicing, trying to do some, and we're going to do the best we can and keep everybody happy. And I'm hoping there's a line, and we'll just be patient, and we'll make fabulous funnel cakes.
Wonderful.
And it'll be fun.
We'll definitely don't want to miss that.
No, it's an experience for all of us.
So, of course, it's happening this weekend. Just talk to me about the details, what folks need to know before they head out.
Okay, It's from 5 to 9 at St. Peter's, 812 South Pearl, in the parking lot. We have food for the kids. Bring money, cash card. We can take cash and card and checks for the auction prizes, and we have a 50-50 raffle. Oh, I forgot the chicken dance contest. Back by popular demand. Back by popular demand, we're going to have a chicken dance contest. So we'll have prizes for that, and we're going to in the beer garden. We have a beer garden, and they're going to have it's a poker game, and it's only a quarter per game. So bring your quarters and bring your
the toss.
The dice toss.
Dice toss.
Just some fun stuff.
Absolutely.
So 5 to 9.
A little bit of everything.
Saturday.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for being with us this morning. Happy to have you. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:30. I'm Elise Snowy. Well, one of the newest deputies at the Crawford County Sheriff's Office is already making an impact 1 month into the job. KOAM's Samantha Walker met K9 Kane and has more.
The first week he was out, he got an apprehension. He located an individual that ran from us on foot after a car chase.
Just 1 month into his job, Crawford County K9 Officer Kane is making his mark. The office had hoped for a K9 to help address drug issues in the county.
It's a huge problem, and we're going to start working on that like we have been since we became in office.
Kane is partnered with Deputy Nate Swartz. They did 6 weeks of training to help get the K9 ready for the field.
He's certified in tracking, he's certified in narcotics, heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, methamphetamines, and that's the stuff that we're focused on getting off the streets.
The deputy and Kane have bonded, being together at both work and home.
We play in the yard, I get him out, we interact a lot with each other.
Swartz's daughter has nicknamed him Waffles.
We thought that was funny, but we decided to go with Kane.
Despite the sweet nickname, Kane is here to work, something both the sheriff and his handler emphasize.
He's going to be a working dog, and he's going to be doing a lot out on the streets. Some of these dogs get a little bit more aggressive, and they want to work, and they're not there for play.
He is a deputy. He's an officer. We treat him the same. He's not just a normal dog. He's one of us.
The sheriff tells me the K9 program doesn't use taxpayer funds. It's run off donations from community donors like Diamond Pet Food and Arvest Bank.
The dog, the equipment for the car, and the training. And they continue to do everything for the dog. They supply the dog food. We have our local vet take care of our dog for us, who donates stuff for us. And it's just a big relief for us because it's a large amount of money for the K9 unit.
Now the department can watch as Kane grows as an officer.
He wants to work. He's constantly wanting to get out of that car and do stuff. So it'll be fun to see how he progresses throughout the years.
Reporting in Crawford County, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The sheriff says they hope to possibly have more K9 officers like Kane in the future, and an event this weekend is shining the spotlight on four-legged heroes who once served the community. Academy Animal Hospital in Joplin is hosting a fundraiser this Saturday from noon to 2 to benefit retired K9 officers. Organizers say while the dogs are no longer on duty. The Southeast Unified Golf Tournament teed off at the Four Oaks Golf Course in Pittsburgh yesterday morning. The event, hosted by Special Olympics Kansas, brings together athletes with and without intellectual disabilities to celebrate inclusion, sportsmanship, and community. With more than 60 teams participating, the tournament saw significant growth from just 12 teams last year.
We have had so much growth with this event. We actually ended up getting a grant for some golf equipment, and it really paved the way to have some of these teams that haven't been able to golf in the past be able to golf. And we have a great partnership with Four Oaks that's also opened their course up so that people can learn how to golf.
Volunteers for the event were local high school athletes and community members. The Columbus Fire Department is looking for 3 firefighters to fill their volunteer roster. One requirement: you have to live in or near the city limits, plus availability is key. Fire Chief Stephen Burton says they will train the right people, and he also says in recent years volunteer service has declined tremendously.
Anybody that's interested in becoming a volunteer or seeing what that looks like, not just for Columbus, but any other community that has volunteer fire departments, reach out to them, see what it takes to join, go do a ride along. just ask questions, and it might be that thing that you've been missing in life that brings some joy to you. Give it a shot. You might make a difference in someone's life and not even realize it.
Columbus responded to more than 600 calls last year. Officials say every one of them was a chance for volunteers to learn and make a difference. Let's take it over now to Chris for a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're continuing with scattered showers and thunderstorms for some of us this morning. All of us will have a chance for rain, but it'll be off and on throughout the day. Live look downtown Pittsburgh. The sun rises, looking pretty good. Got mostly cloudy skies out there. MoDOT camera 20th and rangeline dropping, looking back to the northwest. So you can see definitely mostly cloudy skies, and this is why scattered showers and thunderstorms continue. See, now back into Nowata and Washington counties. We're seeing new development taking place. This little guy west of Independence into Montgomery County is picking up a little bit. So we've got shower storms. Chanute, you'll be on your third or fourth round of scattered storms this morning. But we've got a lot of new development that's beginning to take place as this primary complex moves on out of here. So see how all of this kind of starts to wrap up, and then look back behind it. There's a few right here. We've got new development west of I-35, and that'll bring us our scattered storms as we head through today. And we do have a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to low-grade severe storms. No tornado risk areas highlighted, which is good. The threat is never truly zero, but it's extremely low. We have a level 1 out of 5, as I mentioned, for large hail and the potential for some damaging wind gusts with some of the stronger storms. Now, we could get strong storms at any point through the day, but as we heat up and get peak heating, the best window is going to be from about 4 to 10 o'clock this evening. If we see any strong or low-grade severe storms, that looks to be the best window out there. Otherwise, scattered storms for just about everybody continuing. 67 in Joplin, 68 in Pittsburgh across the region. Temperatures looking like this. We've got mid-upper 60s for just about all of us out there this morning. And as we head through the morning, again, scattered storms. Mid-70s by 9, low 80s by noon, mid-80s for our highs, and southeast winds 5 to 10. Talk more about our thunderstorm chances this morning and what other rain chances we have on the horizon here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, if you're in Fort Scott, Kansas and looking for a hair salon, pawn shop, or a bite to eat, East Wall Street may have the answer. KOAM's Kenny Foreman gives us an inside look at a few revitalized small businesses.
Several small business owners along East Wall Street in Fort Scott say that business has been picking up in recent weeks. They say a main factor is the relocation of After Effects Salon. After 18 years further downtown, salon owner Shelley Bradley decided to make the move. Her clients love the new location since it's much easier to find parking.
We have our own parking lot, and that's really improved for our clients. They don't have to walk blocks away. And we just wanted to invest in our own property and our own business.
The salon's presence, as well as overall cleanup efforts taken by business owners, have also benefited neighboring business owners such as Fort Scott gun and pawn owner Sean Goins. The Fort Scott Chamber of Commerce named his store 2025 Small Business of the Year.
Anything, that gets folks out here, if they need to store something next door, the restaurant, the salon, a lot of guys will drop their significant other at the salon, come in, look at firearms. So yes, it's been very good for us.
Given its close proximity to U.S. Route 69, a revitalized East Wall Street has been successful in drawing travelers looking for a place to unwind. Having called Fort Scott home since 1970, that's something that Ed Tody's restaurant owner Kevin Allen takes a lot of pride in.
We get a lot of passerbys, a lot of people, nowadays they Google it or what have you to figure out a unique place to eat. A lot of people don't want to eat at a fast food restaurant. They want to find that little hidden gem where they can go in and have an experience rather than just a meal.
Allen is proud of the community for not relying on assistance from the city and taking initiative to make improvements.
I'm a bit of a fighter, and if I think there's something worth fighting for, I'll stand on it. And that's what we're doing. We're standing on it. We're gonna make sure the east side still gets its fair shot.
In Fort Scott, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. All the excitement around the Pittsburgh Art Walk happening in downtown this Saturday. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Time now 7:38. We'll be right back. On Health Watch, a new vaccine advisory committee assembled by Health Secretary RFK Jr. meets today and tomorrow to review possible changes. Christian Benavides has reaction from both parents and doctors.
Please lay down the baby.
Marcella Farah's 2-year-old daughter Sophia has all her vaccines.
I know.
Today she got her flu shot.
Everybody's a little bit more confused, but I think a lot of people are still very strong in their own beliefs. And at least from my bubble, the people are still getting vaccines.
At this Fort Myers, Florida pediatrician's office, patients are asking more questions since Florida announced it would roll back some school vaccine mandates, including for the chickenpox and hepatitis B. It's something mother of three Marita Smith said she agrees with.
Ultimately, your stance is that the parents should decide.
Yes, I'm the legal guardian for them, right? So who else is supposed to decide?
Still, her daughter got the HPV shot.
We're kind of in a space where we're just trying to take all the information in, and we haven't been one way or the other yet.
First-time father Brandon Gonsalves opted not to vaccinate his newborn for hepatitis B, which the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends be done at birth.
What are your plans for future vaccines?
We're not too sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open.
A survey by the Kaiser Family Foundation and the Washington Post found that while 1 in 6 parents are rejecting vaccine recommendations, vaccines remain popular, with about 80% of parents saying they should be mandated in schools. Are we going to see more sick kids in Florida?
You've got to expect to.
Dr. David Butler believes some parents are choosing not to vaccinate because of mistrust and misinformation.
They bring their views into the room and they have their minds made up before they come in.
You think that parents are not listening to medical advice?
A lot of times, yes. Yeah.
And what goes through your mind as a medical professional?
It's difficult because me, myself, all of my colleagues, all we want to do is provide the best care we can for your child.
I'm Christian Benavides in Fort Myers, Florida.
Now let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 7:45 on this Thursday morning. Start with Skywatch Storm Trackers. We're going to take a tour of these storms that we've got ongoing right now. We've got this one up into Anderson County. You can see some of those purple colors, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes that does indicate that there might be some small hail with that, and we can get this to update very quickly here. And if nothing shows up in a second or two, then we will know that that is not hail at this point, just some heavy rain out there. So nothing showing up on the hail tracker, so that's definitely good. But we do have that potential. We'll go over that in a moment for some strong storms today. We're getting new development now to the northeast of Elsmore, and we've got thunderstorms, showers west of the 8th Center, thunderstorms over Buffalo, near Fredonia and Neodesha, southwest of Chanute. We've got this one near Elk City or northwest of Independence, and a new one that's pushing right into Coffeyville right now. And this, another great example of why we say when thunder roars, head indoors. There's a lightning strike. That's about 4 or 5 miles from the core of this thunderstorm itself. Not even raining over there. That's why we say if you hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. So you've got to be safe with that. A few more showers around Lenapaw and stretching back down into Washington County as well. So all this activity is moving northeast, but the system itself, as a weak cold front that's generating this, will push it slowly east. So the storm movement will be northeast, but the activity will be pushed further east as the day goes on. You can see this storm picking up here pretty quickly, actually, as it came out of Newata County. If you watch northwestern Newata County, it picks up pretty quick. We had that new storm that's fired up nicely around the Elsmore area as well. So that's what we're watching for. Now, we do have the potential for some strong to low-grade severe thunderstorms out there today. We could see some this morning, but the better chance will be a little later as we reach peak heating. We do not have any tornado risk areas highlighted, which is fantastic news. That puts that risk at very, very low levels. But we do have the level 1 out of 5 for the potential for some large hail and possibly some damaging wind gusts with the stronger storms that we could see through the day. Scattered shower storms will continue through the afternoon. And again, from 4 to 10 is when we're looking at reaching that peak heating. We've had those pop-up storms around that time too. In the last couple of days, we've seen some strong to severe pop-up storms because they're feeding off the heating of the day, and that's what we're expecting these storms to do as they kind of pick back up just in time to tap into that energy, and that's why that window is the better window for strong to low-grade severe storms. But again, we could see some even this morning. We're going to be watching all of this activity. Scattered shower storms will continue overnight and into our morning commute, so you can see them along I-49 stretching back into parts of southeastern Kansas and northeast Oklahoma. But as we go through the morning, showers and storms will gradually begin to wind down, and by about 1 o'clock tomorrow, we should be done until 1 o'clock Saturday with another round of showers and storms. All right, got some mostly cloudy skies out there. We'll be starting around 70 to start the day, near 80 by 11. Scattered showers, thunderstorms. Of course, as you see, we're seeing new development take place. We're seeing these scattered storms start to really get along and get going out there. Thanks to the clouds and the rain cover, though, even though we're still above average, we're only going to be mid-80s today instead of the low 90s, which is a nice improvement. Southeast winds 5 to 10. Scattered storms again will continue through the evening hours and into the overnight. We'll drop back down into the low 60s, so a little closer to normal there. Mid-80s tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. Scattered shower storms pick back up. They'll last through at least Monday, keeping temperatures in the low to mid-80s. Next week, again, right now, the data is suggesting that we will warm up again, mid-upper 80s. However, some data is starting to hint that maybe, just maybe, we'll only be in the upper 70s by the second half of next week. So we'll continue to monitor that as well. Let's check out your forecast. We're back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
Welcome back. Well, the Pittsburgh Art Walk Council's Art Walk is this weekend, and we are joined by LaStacia Ross to get all the details about the vibrant community event happening in downtown Pittsburgh. Good morning and welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So for those who might not know, talk to me about the Pittsburgh Art Walk.
Well, we're in our 19th year of the Art Walk, so this will be our 19th annual Fall Art Walk. And it's just a great community event where artists, musicians come together downtown. We have over 100 artists, businesses, and other organizations. We've got live music, we've got performances. We have poetry reading,
yes,
and I'm sure I'm leaving some things out.
But just something for everyone, right, just a way to really celebrate the arts in Pittsburgh.
Right. We have kids' activities also, food trucks. Yeah, it's just a wonderful event that the community looks forward to twice a year, every year.
Absolutely. And you're one of the performers. You're going to be performing its Glow and Fire Dance. And you're actually going to show us a little bit about what folks can expect when they show. All right. Well, we'll leave you to it.
Okay. Thank you.
That was wonderful, LaStacia. Thank you so much for showing us just some of the live performances and demonstrations that will be happening this weekend, Saturday in downtown Pittsburgh starting at 5 p.m. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. We'll be right back. This is your wake up recap for September 18th. The top stories to start your day. Police are asking for help identifying a pickup truck driver who damaged the Camdenton High School's field turf. Security cameras captured the truck doing donuts on the field late Saturday night around 11 p.m. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Camdenton Police. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And we've got scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing to start to increasing coverage across parts of southeastern Kansas out here. These will continue to lift off to the north and east and eventually could become strong to low-grade severe either through the morning or a better window from about 4 to 10 tonight, with large hail and damaging wind gusts being the primary concerns out there. Scattered storms today will go to mid-80s, low 60s tonight. More storms continuing through the first part of our Friday, and they'll rejoin us Saturday through next Monday. So keep an eye on all that for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. We're back with more news and weather at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.